Hello, so it's day one today of the daycare's being closed, and I've been trying to study all day.
In the first days of stage 4, the reality of lockdown hit hard.
I had a really strong emotional response to it. I felt overwhelmed and really down.
It feels like there's no time to think, to breathe, and to process all that's going on.
My mother works in a hospital as a midwife when she gets home, where she has to shower and wash all her clothes straight away and wipe down the keys and the passes before we can even give her a hug.
I'm feeling worried that the 6-week lockdown isn't going to be enough.
In week 2, that worry seemed justified.
There's an additional 17 fatalities since our last update.
Numbers were still high, so was anxiety.
You go to drive to do the shopping, there's always someone without a mask, there's always someone that's doing something stupid, and it's just like, do you have any idea what we're going through?
So you can't go out and provide, do any kind of volunteering or support. That's hard.
Hundreds of thousands of students were also struggling to adjust.
I am really moody. Like at one moment I'll be cranky and then I'll be sad and I'll be cranky again and then I'll be happy.
I know that for me and for a lot of other Year 12 students, finding the motivation to study by ourselves has been a real struggle.
I don't think my parents have coped very well with this.
No, what day is it?
Thursday, Mrs. Turner's Day.
This is where I'm at. I don't know what day it is anymore.
Sarah Golding juggles work as a crisis counsellor with caring for 2 boys, including a 10-year-old with autism.
I worry about the regression, I worry about the progress that we had made, and I worry about that going backwards and having to redo all that.
By week 3, the mental health toll of lockdown was showing up in the number of calls to Beyond Blue's coronavirus hotline. 3/4 came from Victoria.
Currently, you can see how people are very edgy, people are very sensitive, people are very antsy.
They are anxious, they are frightened, they are angry, and you can feel it in the air wherever you go.
While many found this lockdown much harder than the first, some families found silver linings.
We've had to be inventive and creative and really generate our own fun.
That's what I want to do, just balance like that.
What we found that really worked was to actually put time aside for the kids rather than trying to juggle work and caring for the kids at the same time.
So much food.
At the end of week 3, Victoria's coronavirus numbers were tracking down, but were still in the hundreds.
There is something about being, or coming into sort of the halfway point that has helped a little bit with the mental health.
I just feel like these stage 4 restrictions will be extended longer, and I feel like society would have to adapt to a new lifestyle.
Technology helped people stay connected.
I'm doing lots of things which I neglected previously. For example, I'm spending more time with computer and of course SMSing more to my grandchildren.
But only so much.
I find that I don't want to see my friends over video calls because screen fatigue is making me avoid that.
More recently, as numbers dropped into double figures, people began allowing themselves to think about life after lockdown and how the experience has changed them.
One thing that has personally helped me to have, I guess, a little bit of certainty is knowing that there is this baby on the way for us. We had our 12-week scan this week, which really brought some joy.
I don't think that the world is ever really going to go back to the way that it was. And mostly I'm worried about the fact that I don't know what the world's going to be like.
I think that our lives will never be the same. Everyone's going to be different when we go back. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, we're yet to find out, but our lives, they've been changed by this event. I call it BC and AC. Instead of before Christ, it's before COVID and after COVID. I'm hoping AC will come soon.